Family, what's going on? Have you ever struggled trying to figure out how to put your foot in between rudiments to create chops? Have you ever tried to figure out, I don't know where to stick my foot to create interesting chops? Well, today, guys, is your lucky day because I'm going to give you 4 different starting points, 4 different exercises to help you get started with sticking your foot in between rudiments to create chops, okay? So we're going to get you started on that road to chops today. All right, man, if you're excited to learn something new today, I need you to smash the like button for me before we get started. Hit the subscribe button and press that bell notification, okay? That's going to let you know when I drop my videos. And you want to know when I drop my videos because of what I'm about to tell you right now. We're going to try something new today, okay? Now, let me tell you this. Here's why you want to have the notifications on for my videos. I am going to choose one person within the first 48 hours of this video dropping. One person will receive a copy of my new chop system masterclass, okay? So the first 48 hours, leave me a comment about what you learned. It can't just be like, hey, Carlin, enjoyed the video. Let me know what you learned so I know you actually watched the video and you'll get a copy for free, okay? I'll choose one person and I'll mention the person in my next video just to prove that I actually selected someone, okay? All right, now let's get on with the lesson. I got a great one for you guys today. Okay, guys, so this lesson will start off with our old faithful friend, the paradiddle. And it could be our new faithful friend for some people because I don't know how long you've been playing drums, but it doesn't matter because we're about to get started on the road to chops today, okay? So here's how the paradiddle is played. It's right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, okay? That's it. Let me play it on the snare for you. Okay, now we know the sticking, which is right, left, left, right, left. Now, let's talk about the note rate that we're in. The note rate is basically how fast am I playing these paradiddles inside of the quarter note. So 16th notes is when you have 4 notes in between each quarter note. It sounds like this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right, left, left, left. Okay, now we're just going to speed that up, okay? Here's our quarter note at 70 BPM. Right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and, okay? So we're going to have 4 notes in between each quarter note. The stick clicks are the quarter notes. For now, I'll keep the quarter note on my hi-hat. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So the 4 notes are the 16th notes. I want to make sure that's clear because it's crucial to this exercise. 1 E and 2 E and. Remember that. Say it with me. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Some of you guys may already know that, but this counting is crucial for what I'm going to show you guys today, okay? Say it with me. 1 E and 2. I don't hear you. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Let's put that on the snare drum. And I'll keep the quarter notes. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep the quarter note on my kick drum for now, okay? Check it out. So part 1 was making sure that our hands are nice and clean sounding, okay? So now what we want to do is add our kick in. We're going to play 16th notes with our foot, but we're not going to play every 16th note. We're not going to play 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and with our kick. We're only going to play certain partials, okay? We call these partials. And partials are when you take 2 notes together, or it could be a grouping of 3 or a grouping of 4, but for today, the partials that we're going to use is just 2 notes. We're going to use 2 note partials. So 1 E, and then we're going to use, actually, just keep watching. First, we're going to start off with 1 E, okay? And what this is going to do, it's going to open up your mind to new ways and new ideas, new phrasing, and new locations for you to place your foot, okay? So what we're going to do is I told you how important the counting was going to be, right? 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our kick on the 1E, the 2E, the 3E, and the 4E. Okay? And that will sound like this. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the. So if we're going to put our kick on the 1E, 2E, 3E, and 4E, I want you to imagine how that sounds, okay, right now. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the. It should sound like this. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E. Okay? So that's part one, but let's put that underneath our paradiddle, okay? Now, we're just opening the door to some chops here, okay? So here we go. If I were to speed that up, it would sound like this. So for now, just slow it back down. Let's focus on that 1E, 2E. This is step one. So let's do it together, okay? Do it with me for about a minute. I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out, okay? Let's relax. Loosen up your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back, forward, okay? We're going to make sure that we are right on top of this click and that there is no flamming. We're not going ahead of time. We're not falling behind time. We're making sure our stick heights are good. We're making sure our accents and our dynamics are at the same level, okay? Everything I taught you so far, let's put it all together right now, okay? Step one, here we go. Okay, so I always like to include this section in my lesson. What am I thinking? Because I'm always thinking different things every day when I practice. Okay, so what was I thinking there? Would you like to know the secrets to playing more blazing chops and more free-flowing, expressive drum fills? If that sounds like you, I think I have the perfect solution for you. I want to introduce you to my new masterclass. It's called the Chop System. So I'm Carlin Muccular. I've been playing drums since I was 15 years old, and over my career I've been blessed to tour the world, record on a few Billboard #1 records with artists such as Israel Houghton and New Breed and more. I think I've gained over 100,000 followers between YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and a few more platforms, so I do feel like I am qualified to teach you guys a few things, okay? The Chop System Masterclass is a proven step-by-step system that is going to take you from basics to blazing, and it's for skill levels of all types, okay? From beginners to intermediate, and even for the advanced drummers that want to spice up their playing a little bit, okay? This course is full of some of my best kept secrets. This is stuff that I have not shared on YouTube or any of my other courses, okay? Now hopefully you're inspired and ready to take your drumming to the next level. If you feel like that's you, if you feel like you're ready to go to the next level, then click the link or the button below and I'll meet you on the other side. Thanks for watching. As drummers, really, our goal is mastery here, okay? And mastery is when you can do a certain exercise or play a groove without thinking about it too hard, okay? So when you can lift your head up and close your eyes sometimes doing these exercises, Um, it's actually committing the exercise to your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. Just depends on how you want to look at it and what you believe, right? But it's allowing this thing to kind of bake itself in. I've taught this before. There's actually something called myelin, and myelin is a chemical that the brain sends to the nerve endings, and it reminds our nerves how to do certain motions. And it's the same thing, like, as kids, when we don't know how to tie our shoes, but then we learn how to tie our shoes, and the more we do it, the easier it becomes. And that's what myelin is. It's a real chemical that the brain sends. Once we repeat certain exercises over and over and over again, the brain sends more myelin, more myelin, more myelin, until you have mastery over that motion. Myelin is just the real word for muscle memory, okay? A lot of people just call it muscle memory, but the scientific word for it is called myelin. Eventually, your nerve endings can go faster and faster and faster without thinking about it, because your brain has sent enough myelin to duct tape that motion in your nerve endings, and now you know how to do it, okay? So sorry for the rant, guys, but I want to make sure that you guys are understanding this at a granular level, okay? So again, what was I thinking? I'm lifting my head up, I'm relaxing, and that's just sending myelin really to all of my limbs and making sure that I can commit this thing to memory, okay? And then before you know it, you'll be moving all around the kit, okay? Okay, guys, so let's move on. The next part of this exercise is the E end. So we already worked on the 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the 1E and the 2E and the... So now we got to move on to the E end. So what does that sound like? Instead of 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E, we got to move here. E N, E N, E N, E N. 1 E N, 2 E N, 3 E N, 4 E N. Now let's put that underneath the paradiddle. See how it sounds. Okay, so that's your E end, 1E and 2E. And keeping in mind all the things I said before, okay, we should be able to move throughout this lesson a lot faster now that the ground has been laid, okay? So that was the E end, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. So you saw me playing with the paradiddle, and I was playing a little bit more fancier, advanced variations in there too, but that's in some of my other, like my membership and some of my courses and stuff like that. But I'm showing you guys the door that opens all that stuff, okay? It starts with paradiddles and these 2-note partials on the kick drum underneath the paradiddle. Okay, so now I've showed you the 1E on the kick. I've shown you the E and. Let's go to the enda. Okay, so the last partial that we're going to work on is the one, 2, 3, 4. So that would sound like this: 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and. Now I'm going to put this all together because really you want to play these as 30-second notes, but I will get to that in a second. So let's try the a one, a two, a three, a four. Okay, so again, what am I thinking there? It's interesting because, as a professional drummer, you have your favorite combinations that you love to play, right? But when you get granular like this and you go through the 1E, E and two, you don't always play these when you're playing chops. So honestly, for me, guys, the one, two, that's the hardest one for me, especially when I lead with my paradiddle on my left hand, because I don't play the a one, a two, a three, a four much with my kick drum, right? So it's a weak point for me, to be honest. So now that means I need to stay here longer. When I come here tomorrow to practice, I need to start here. The a one, the a two, the a three, a four. Okay, I need to start with that partial because that's where my weak point is. What happens is once you commit to these and you can switch in and out of them like this. Okay, so create a little exercise for yourself where you can switch in and out of these. So you may go 1E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a and a 3 and a E and a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3 and a and a and a and E and 1E, 2E, 3E, 4E. So the goal is to be able to switch in and out of those partials. Your 1E, your E and, your and your 2 with the kick, okay? That is the goal, to be able to master switching in and out of those partials, okay? So that's what will make your chop sound interesting. It's when you don't keep repeating the same partial or the same phrase or the same combination. That's what makes your playing sound interesting, and it adds a lot of sauce to your playing, all right? I say that every lesson. Guys, so that's what will make your playing taste better, okay? That's what will add sauce to your playing, is when you can switch in and out of these partials. The sauce is just making your playing taste better, okay? It's just making the to the consumer, whoever's consuming your playing, the audience, or you're at a clinic or you're at a gig or you're making a video, when you're able to switch in and out of these rhythms, that's what makes you love your favorite drummer so much, okay? Because they have the ability to switch in and out of rhythms with great dynamics and, everything else, okay? Now, let's bring this all home. You may have been watching this video and you're saying, but it still doesn't sound like, how it sounded when he was playing it. Well, when I was playing it during the video, I was actually playing these partials as 30-second notes. So, more like this. right? So I was just messing around there, but those are 30-second note chops, okay? So that's 8 notes per quarter note. So hopefully that helps bring some things together for you guys. My teaching style, guys, is to be able to show you how to fish instead of handing you the fish. Okay, I'm sure some of you guys have heard that analogy before. So I could actually just hand you over a bunch of chops, but you wouldn't know what I was thinking or how I even created the chop, right? Or what I'm even thinking. What do I hit? Where do I start? Like what partial, what subdivision, one E end up. If I just handed you a chop, you play that same chop for the rest of your life, maybe, right? But if I teach you how to fish, then now you can create your own chops, okay? So what happens when you start moving this around the kit and you're throwing the paradiddles, you're starting your paradiddle accent on the E or the paradiddle accent on the N. There's limitless ways to do this thing. Actually, in my course and in my impact drumming community, I actually hand you guys the chops, like already pre-made chops, okay? And I show you how I made the chop. As I mentioned before, if you leave a comment on this video, I'm actually giving away one of my Chop System Masterclass courses to one of you guys, whoever leaves a comment that I love, okay? I appreciate you guys watching today, and hopefully this gets you through the door and on your way down the road to chops, okay? And for sure, one thing I know, guys, is that this exercise is going to clean up your drumming. If you do not believe me, just try it for yourself. That track that I was playing to is called Future. It's available on ShedTracks.com. ShedTracks.com is a website that I started with some friends. I'm actually a music producer, and I have a bunch of other music producer friends, and we started that website just to make drumless tracks for the drumming community, okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Peace.